doing? Are you sheepish? Are you sheepish?
Wait.
What? What, baby? Oh, you going for your toys? We gotta organize those toys. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday.
TGIF, Harper Ellis Ward.
Okay, you see that stack of stuff? It's because we have an ongoing saga with cable and AT&T. Right, Mom?
Yes, it's been so annoying.
Yes, so we got AT&T Uverse as some sort of package deal, and it's just been horrible. Like for 2.5 weeks, all I've done is like spend time on the phone with them. So I just got Xfinity, and I'm returning that stuff within my 30 days.
And to be honest, their customer service has been not good.
No, not at all. Anyway, they've been horrible. AT&T.
No, you've already had gummies. Look, listen to mommy. Those are vitamins, and you've already had them, so we can't have gummies until later on today.
Gummies.
I know, sweetheart. Would you like a banana?
Anyway, we're hopeful that Comcast is going to be better. I spent a long time wiring up our network and stuff.
Oh my gosh, look at all these bananas.
There's so many.
Banana? Well, you better eat one of these bananas.
It's really opening, right?
I mean, that's what they say. I think so.
Yeah, so you're doing a staff ride tonight. What's the staff ride?
What?
What's the staff ride?
Well, it's just what you said. It's a staff ride.
But you're doing it. That's a great thing.
Yeah, I'm
That's
teaching it, and I think it's gonna be good.
And then you have your first classes in the morning.
Yep, first classes in the morning, and I'm excited, but I'm also really nervous. I haven't ridden really, like taught and ridden in like
3 weeks tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right? It's a good break. You needed that break.
Oh my gosh.
You needed it so bad. So it's gonna be good.
Randomly, I've lost weight in this entire experience, which is crazy.
That's because your body's like, oh, something different. Nice.
It's like, thank you. But I'm a little scared, you know, but
it's gonna be good. Well, Harper and I are gonna drop her off per usual because that's just what we do. Although it only takes like 5 or so minutes to get there.
Yeah, but y'all were going anyway somewhere, so
we were.
Yeah.
So anyway, at some point in a little while, he's got to get back and take a nap. But anyway, we've just been doing stuff.
Ben is like created a whole new cable system in our house.
Yeah, I rewired that apartment basically. But I've been learning a lot because it's a networked apartment. So for all my nerds out there, I bet Zach will be into this. It's a networked apartment, which means they have Cat 5 and all run to each room. But you could tell nobody's really used it in many years or ever, just to run the cable one time. So I'm having to go through, and they've got different ends on it. I don't really know how to do that, so I'll call Steve, my friend Steve and Stephanie, you know. Be like, how do I do this? So I don't think, well, we probably didn't tell you guys. Steve's gonna come up in 2 weeks because it was cheaper to buy him a plane ticket to come install our TVs and ceiling fans than it was to pay somebody to do it here.
And like, we both have done light fixtures and ceiling fans before, but because there's the plastic boxes that are for light fixtures, you got to have metal boxes installed for lamps, fans.
And it says 10-foot ceiling.
Yeah, so we just thought it would be cheaper, and it ended up being cheaper to just buy a $200 plane ticket and have Steve come down. And
we get to see Steve.
I'm gone that weekend, week section of time.
So it'll be boys week, me and Harper and Steve. If only Toby could come.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what's happening.
Yeah. So
we're just gonna go up and hang out and get used to the room.
I'm gonna try to at least.
Let's open this thing.
Yeah, I'm just kind of nervous. Like, it's weird. It's just weird.
You're gonna do awesome.
It's just weird to open a new studio. I mean, with brand new people and a brand new space, and like haven't been riding much. It's just the whole thing. Like I just feel very rusty. I think, yeah, so.
Just feel rusty, but that'll soon, after tonight's class, you won't be rusty anymore.
Yeah, I guess not.
I keep telling her, it's like riding a bike. That's funny. You gotta admit that's funny.
Funny, babe.
That's super funny.
So, anyways.
Cool. Well, we'll give you a little glimpse of the studio front here in a second, and you can see what it looks like. Oh, look. There's even retail hanging in the window. How about that? SoulCycle.
Alright.
Okay, have a great time. We love you.
You too.
Are you ready for staff ride?
I'm ready. Don't be so loud.
First class at
It's
Atlanta.
really loud and embarrassing me on the first day of school already.
First day,
First
first class in Atlanta.
First class in Atlanta.
You're gonna rock it. It's gonna be awesome.
All right.
We love you.
I love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
What are you doing back there? When are you gonna clean out this car? Huh? Everybody wants to know. What did we do for the past like 2 hours? Right. We canceled our AT&T service finally. It took an hour on the phone, and then it took an hour in the store to return that tablet we got as part of the deal.
What?
So Mom, how was the class?
It was great. We had such a good time. Like we like kind of dedicated the room, and we got to just ride together as a staff and as a team, and it just was so great. We just prepared ourselves for what's gonna happen tomorrow, which is just gonna be amazing.
The opening!
The opening. I'm so excited.
SoulExcited. Ooh, I'm even gonna try to take a class. Maybe. It's probably gonna be sold out, but let's get real.
There's always a spare and waitlist work, so.
I don't know. Well, that's true. Waitlist work, but not for spouses, really.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna call it a Friday night. It was a good one.
It was good.
It was good.
Harper! Harper, was it good?
Yay!
Good. I love you. Okay? I love you. You've been a good boy, okay? I love you. I'll see you later.
Well, good Saturday morning. We just dropped Olivia off at her first classes, official classes for the public at SoulCycle. She's gonna do so great. She's nervous, but this new place, new time, but you guys know, she knows this, the back of her hand, so it's gonna be great. She's doing a 9:30 and an 11:45. We just dropped Mommy off, right, Harper Ellis? And we're actually trying to not do as much Starbucks for probably financial reasons more than anything. As you guys know, it's expensive. So, but Saturday, so just a few, rather than every day, just a few. So I'm gonna run through the Starbucks drive-thru. That's another thing. We only have like 2 Starbucks drive-thrus on all of Long Island. Here, I mean, like every few blocks there's a Starbucks drive-thru, which is very helpful with a little one. So that's Saturday. I was gonna try to go to the playground. Here's the thing, and you guys saw in the vlog the other day, the best playground close to us is the one that has that creek, which we're just not prepared for today. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what we get up to. I've also got some other projects to do. I worked super late on that cable install thing. I finally got it to work. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Lord help me. And then all of a sudden it started working right before I gave up. So, which is really good. But I've got a lot of wires and stuff to put back and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's Saturday. So be praying for Olivia. She's gonna do great. How'd it go?
It was great. It was great.
It was great.
It was great.
Awesome.
I mean, it was great. Whoa. It's just so interesting how, I think because I've been in New York for such a long time in a market where SoulCycle is not new anymore and people love it still and they're super loyal to it and all the things. But when you come to a new market where SoulCycle is not and people are just so excited to be there,
yeah.
It is the best feeling to tap into. Like, it's just one of those feelings where you're just going, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I think it was good. My 9:30 had such high energy, big vibes. There were a lot of people in that class that could ride, that either rode in LA or New York or had, like, you know, because the thing is about Atlanta is a lot of people live here, but they travel for business. There's all kinds of businesses here. And there's the film industry is so huge. So a lot of people are here for a little while, in LA for a little while, back and forth. So yeah, so anyways, long story short, I think I'll have a lot of people that'll come back next week, which makes me very excited. So
Awesome.
yeah, love it.
I love it. That's great, babe.
It was good. So
That's
we'll
awesome.
see. Yeah. Day one down.
One down, many to go.
Many to go. Many
to go.
Many to go.
Harper and I did lots of projects. We finished up all the cable wiring.
How does it look?
It looks great, and it works.
I mean, guys, I don't think you quite understand what has happened in the last 48 hours.
Oh, God.
Has it been 48 hours?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. So, Ben, we got rid of, have you updated them on the cable situation?
I think I may have mentioned it yesterday. Okay. Yeah.
We got rid of AT&T Uverse because it was literally the most garbage thing we've ever experienced. Like, they tried to convince us that it would play and then play again and then play again, and then every time you turned the cable on, they were like, oh, that's your TV. I'm sorry, that's your TV. And we were like, this LG TV, this big, we bought it in December. I mean, right?
Well, a year ago, December.
But still, it's a year old. There's no way it's our TV.
And nothing else did it. So
and we've never had a problem. So then we were like, we need another box. Fine. You know, sometimes you just get a box that doesn't quite work. And then they would send some old...
Oh yeah, it kept getting older and older. We got 3 boxes. We got the 8010 and the 8005 and the 7500, and finally the 7500 wouldn't even boot up.
It was awful. We got all this refurbished stuff.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
The guy was like, oh, you have fiber, fiber, and
not true.
Not true at all. Oh, free HBO. It wasn't. It was just like a 3-month trial, which you can get for free anywhere. Like, it just, everything, they sold us a bill of goods.
And we have a network department. They ran Cat 5 to all the rooms, if you know anything about that. Well, they didn't do anything with that. You're supposed to put in our apartment like that. It's super easy just to put the router in the closet, run it, and then every room has wired internet and all.
But there was multiple texts came out. There was one guy who actually was amazing and really was helpful and whatever. Yeah. The other guy, super nice, but just didn't really set us up right. Just didn't
And
I don't think he even knew. I don't know. It was just
bad service.
It was just bad. And we have AT&T cell signal, and it's the worst. I don't have hardly any, and it kills me because AT&T is in Atlanta. What in the world?
It's terrible.
What happened?
Baby? What happened?
Do you have bad cell service right now, Harper Ellis? Do you have bad cell service? Harper Ellis, look up. Hi. Hi, wow. Is that your new favorite thing to do, is to show us what you're watching?
But anyway, I did it, and then there was one room, I did a self-install for the cable, and there was one room that wasn't getting signal, so I had to make my own cable. So
Ben had to go buy a crimper. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I know what a crimper is for your hair, but I don't know what a crimper is for...
Yeah, I had to do a new end. They made a bad cable in that room, so...
So all I know is that for the last 2 days, It has looked like a nightmare on Elm Street in our house. There has been cables and routers and the dressers pulled away from the wall. I mean, like, every time I would come home, I'd be like, okay. And not to mention, Ben would be he has been super grumpy and frustrated for the past.
That's annoying.
Well, I know that.
I mean, I've spent more time in the past 2 weeks on cable than anything I've done in a long time.
Yeah, but so now this whole long drawn out story is we now have, what do we have now? Xfinity. Comcast, which we've had in the past. We've had Comcast, and anyways, so yeah. So now we have Xfinity, and it's amazing. And Ben was like, I'm not using any text. I'm just gonna install it myself.
Oh, I did everything myself. Even when I had a problem, I'm tired of calling people and people not knowing and telling me something that is not the truth. And
the thing is Ben, I mean, you guys probably already know this if you've been watching the vlog for any amount of time, but Ben is 150% capable of just like, oh, no big deal. I'll just install this cable and rewire this and that. Like, oh, I'll figure it out. It's fine. I mean, I don't know anything about anything. So
watch a YouTube video. Just watch a YouTube video.
Watch a YouTube video. I would still be like, anyway, so he's got it done.
Yes,
we're thankful. Daddy did good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
And then, just like another random thing, I went and got some lamps for our bedroom, because one of the other weird things about this apartment is the fact that there are no overhead lights in any of the rooms. So it's literally, we have one lamp in there and it is dark. So I got lamps for our bedside table, and I got them at West Elm because they're on sale right now. But I specifically wanted these. I'll show them to you guys when they come in, but they're like marble, and they have a brass piece on the bottom and the top. But I got them because they're very simple. It's just like a pillar lamp. They've got USB ports in the back that like charge your phone, your computer. Like, I mean, I thought that was amazing. So I went into the store and I was like, awesome, I'm gonna buy these. It'll just be the price of the lamps plus tax. So I went in, and this is apparently like a newer, like whatever, like a newer model of this particular lamp with the USB. And so the model they have in the store is an old model. So I had to end up ordering them online and paying shipping. And just, by the way, West Elm, I understand, but every other website in the country, in the world, seems like every other website on the World Wide Web has free shipping over like $100. Wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
This day and age is rare to not get free shipping if you spent
their shipping is very expensive.
What?
Their shipping is very expensive.
It was like $35 to ship 2 lamps.
Yeah, it's like 10% of your order. It's not like, oh, it costs this much. It's
yeah. I was like, what in the world? I was very disappointed. So I hope I love these lamps, because if not, I'm turning them back in and getting my shipping money back.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. So yeah. So anyways, that's that. And I hope I love them, because I've also, truthfully, how long have I been looking for lamps?
Long time.
And lamps are expensive. And these were expensive, but they were over $100 discounted each. So I just felt like, oh my gosh. And they're they're marble, they're beautiful. They're very simple, but really, I think will go well with our stuff. So that's that.
That's that.
That's that.
Let's go home.
So now we're gonna go home. We've got to decide what we're gonna eat.
I don't know. We don't know the places.
I just don't know the places yet. So I kind of want, like, if you live in Atlanta, leave us some like comments down below, or if you visit Atlanta, or if you know of places in Atlanta where there's like like a good kind of place, you know, like we used to always go to the Dig In, you know what I mean? Like places that like have healthy options, but that's like fresh and that's not like super sit down expensive, like something you can just like go in. I mean, I know, like I'm looking right there, there's like Panera and like, you know, I don't know.
Nobody wants that.
What?
Nobody wants that.
I mean, Panera, do you remember back in the day when Panera used to be really good? Like Panera used to...
I mean, it's still, I guess it's okay.
I just feel like even their salads and stuff, everything is just like, I don't know, the quality is not as good anymore. It used to be like so fresh and it felt like they were really making all of it. Now it just, I don't know. Anyways. So should we say goodbye for now, Dad?
Let's say goodbye for now.
All right, we will see you guys later.
Okay. Happy Sunday morning.
Happy Sunday morning.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get to SoulCycle, but then it's taking forever.
I'm not taking forever.
He is the biggest dilly-dallyer of all times.
I mean,
it takes forever. Like, class starts in 13 minutes.
Yeah, but now, I mean, I've been up a long time.
I'm not saying you don't get up early. I'm just saying, I mean, when it's time to get going and go somewhere, Ben is just like, oh, and I forgot, I gotta put my contacts in. That'll just take me like 1 minute. It takes him like 15 minutes with his contacts in.
I mean, I come out honestly.
Yeah, you do. And even though there's no traffic, these lights are
oh my gosh,
take
Atlanta.
Forever, Ben. So get with it. You know this.
What's up with the lights?
Holy cow.
I mean, if you don't hit the light, you're sitting there for like 5 minutes.
At least.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
So anyway, Olivia's gonna take a class. I'm gonna take one after her, and then we're gonna go to church at 5 p.m.
Which is so weird.
But we're gonna go to Passion City Church, Louis Giglio's church. It's not far from here, actually.
No, and I know Harper will live.
Yeah, they'll have kids program. Well, that's the thing. We were gonna go across the street from us. It's Buckhead Church, Andy Stanley, and they have like Walt Disney World for kids, but they don't have their 1 p.m. service doesn't have kids.
My thing is like, and I listen, I so understand. I completely understand as far as like why churches, like how expensive and whatever childcare is, but excuse me. To me, you shouldn't have a service if you can't have childcare.
My thing too. I will say that
like,
Hillsong, even in the city, which has less kids in the city than
and
whatever,
I understand
every
even
service
if
had
it's like
childcare.
Only 10 kids come or 5 kids, like that means 10 families were able to go to, and for me, like I would 150%. I don't know, like that just makes a big difference to me, and that it makes me like.
I think that's also the downside of doing those big children's programs that are
I think a lot of people would just be like, oh well, I'm not going to that church then. I mean, you know, seriously, like I mean, if you're trying to be evangelical and whatever, like.
I guess they're thinking that their main ones they have it, but my thing is, if you have these other service times, why?
But why
have the service?
Why have a service just for a select few people that don't have children? Like that doesn't make any sense unless it's like a youth.
Hey, I ran into this at Shelter Rock where we were. That's once we had kids, I was like, our last service, we had 3 services at one campus, and we didn't really have quote unquote childcare, and I would be like, guys.
And I get it. I have been so one of those people in the past that were just like, I mean, I just don't understand everybody's like obsession with childcare. Like,
oh my gosh.
I get it, because my thing is I can't.
No, you can't.
I don't want to like have to find a babysitter so I can go and like.
You want even at the little ages, good children's programs have something for the kids. Like they teach them a lesson, even if it's just mostly babysitting. They usually try to teach a Bible lesson or something like that. So you want them to do it.
To be a part of it.
That's our update. We'll check in a little bit later. And this is what we do. Whoa! This is what we do while mommy's in her class. We're next to the mall. Like, there's nobody at the mall because it's not open. Except for Starbucks and Panera. So, Harvey doesn't want to ride the stroller. Oh. 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 Whoa. So we're just hanging. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what are you doing? Careful, careful. He likes the escalators, of course. Where are you going? Too fast. Too fast. Too fast, too fast.
But he takes the bow, and he's got the arrows, and he's got it in his hand, and then Elisha comes and puts his hand on the bow and his hand on the arrows.
So, it's been kind of a day.
Yes, it has.
So when we last left you, we did the classes. I didn't get to do the class because it was sold out, which is a good problem to have.
Yes.
And Harper and I walked around the mall. It wasn't open, but it was fun. Then he had like a big breakdown. I'm talking like a...
Yeah, it was a large breakdown. We haven't had one of those in a long time. Like that, on that level. So we went home and he went right to bed.
Yeah. Because
he needed it, but also because that's, you know, a consequence for having a breakdown like that.
Yep.
Like it was a tantrum. It wasn't a breakdown. Man. Like there was no hunger or nap time or blah blah. It was just straight up like.
It was full on because he wouldn't even take a phone to watch anything. Like he was just
fit to be tied.
Bad. So he did that, and then we went to church. So we went to Passion City Church, which if you're familiar with Louis Giglio or whatever, it's a big church here in Atlanta, not far from us. But we got there early. Actually, we did good. We're going to the 5 o'clock service. We talked earlier about the child care. They have child care at their 5 o'clock, which is really nice, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, because a lot of churches only have childcare at their main big services or whatever, so that was really nice.
We were early, and he hasn't done this in months, but he had a big poop. And
a major poop explosion, and it got
everywhere.
It leaked everywhere.
And we didn't have any extra pants.
Because I mean, that never hardly happens anymore.
Yeah. So we literally were like 15 minutes early, and it's hard to find parking in this thing. So we went up to Target, which wasn't far away, got him some pants, and then made it back to park. And thankfully they let you, if you have a child to chill, you can just park close. So we parked close and we got him in there. Then we're checking in, and you have to do all the stuff, which is important.
You have to get like all these bands, which
is great.
Because you don't want nobody taking your kid.
She got all of our information.
She was about to press submit or whatever, or check in. And
the power went out. So we're already 20 minutes late.
And the power goes out because there's this massive storm that, I mean, you can still see it around here that rolled through, like massive thunderstorm, and it knocked all the power out.
Yeah, so she had to start over once the computers booted back up. So we missed the entire worship set, which really
was kind of the whole point.
But I mean, not that we don't like the sermon, but it was kind of a sad day to miss all that. But Harper loved it.
Yeah, he had a really good time, I think.
He was really good.
She said we had to work on sharing. I was just like, oh, well, yeah. He's not good at that. And that was the issue today, where the major breakdown happened. Because we were in Crate and Barrel, and they had a little kids section, and all the kids were sharing beautifully, except for Harper. So I had to take him outside, and that's when everything just went south.
Yes. But he was good, and when we left, he did get a little upset because he kept saying, Jesus, Jesus. He thought we were leaving Jesus.
He loves to go to church because, you know, I mean, he was raised in church. I mean, he you know, at Shelter Rock, I mean, he was always at the services and like with, you know, Toby and Eli and all the maybe.
Well, and that's the one good thing about the bigger churches. They have really good kids programs usually. Like it's really, there's a lot of kids and stuff. Because you know, when you go to smaller churches, it's not that it's bad. It's just that there's not that many.
Right.
And so, but that could be good too.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
So we'll see. We'll see. So we did that. We finally made it. I mean, I thought we should probably just go back home, but we just kept persevering.
I just kept going. There's a Target right there, and there are pants that I almost got last night, but I didn't get them last night because I got these sheets, and I was like, you know what?
What, baby?
What?
The ball?
A ball?
On Dick's Sporting Goods.
Oh, it is.
It's a basketball.
It's a basketball.
Good job.
That was very smart. Anyway, so, I mean, I even like cut Harper's hair. He had a bath. I was ready, full May. I mean, we walked out.
Ready to go early, find us a seat. We even got there, they had parking close, you know, which was not usual in that spot. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a good, Louis Giglio did preach, and he's a great preacher. Yeah. So
today's the day of Pentecost.
Day of Pentecost.
Pentecost Sunday.
Yep.
So that was great.
Yep. So anyway, we did it. So
that part was good. So
yeah. So if you have any suggestions of churches that we should try to visit, I mean, I'm obviously looking for a worship leader job, but
so if
in the meantime,
know of a church that's looking for a worship leader, or
just you know, until then, we're just gonna go to church, and if we find a place we like, I'll just volunteer in the worship team. So if your church needs just like somebody that can play guitar, and
let us know. Hit us up in the comments.
Hit us up in the comments. So that's really pretty much it. But yeah. Olivia has Sundays and Mondays off, so she started on Saturday, but then she had 2 days off, which is awesome.
So weird.
Don't worry, you'll be thankful for it.
Oh,
in the
listen,
middle of next
and
week.
not only that, but like, I mean, yeah, it'll be fine. So, but I did go ride today, but then tomorrow I'm not gonna ride because again, I know by next week this time I'll be wanting a day off. So.
Yeah, I actually went on a run because I didn't get to do the thing, and oh my gosh, I have this friend from South Africa that I met a couple years ago on that retreat. You know, that I went to, and she has a new podcast, and she interviewed the guy who wrote The Shack. I've only got through half of it because it's like a 2-hour conversation. Wow. He was so good. Cool. I'm gonna put a link to it in the look because if you like podcasts and you want to listen to him, he's really good. And she's amazing, and her South African accent is really amazing too.
I mean, that accent is pretty amazing.
Shout out to Sean. I'm chatting to William. What's his name? William Paul Young or whatever. Anyway, I digress. Well, it is Sunday, and we've had 3 days worth of footage, so we should call it here. Unless you have anything else that you would like to say.
We're trying to decide what to have for dinner.
That has not changed.
She doesn't change locations.
Even though we have groceries, but you know, you want more juice? There is another juice in his backpack. Harper, do you have anything else to say?
Harper, give it to me.
Harper, you should sign off for us.
Can you say hi?
No?
You don't want to say bye-byes?
Can you say bye-bye?
Are you grumpy? Are you sad because we left Jesus?
No.
Church? We went.
No.
You didn't like to go to church? Church. Did you like to go see Jesus?
Jesus?
Can you say Jesus?
Jesus. Good boy. That's my boy.
Every time he says it, it literally like melts my heart. I'm just like.
He says like, amen good too. We'll get some more good
he says a good amen, but every time he's like Jesus, I'm just like, yes, Jesus.
I mean, literally walking out of the church parking lot, he was like, Jesus, Jesus.
People are probably like, wow.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty good. So
anyway, well, we will see you guys tomorrow actually.
Tomorrow, Monday.
Thanks for watching again. It's great to see all your comments and reconnect.
Yep. So we're in the ward signing out for the weekend.
Bye.